Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Strange Horticulture. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we were about to go to the tomb of this hunter individual. I think. Maybe. The memorial bears the name Swaif Prior. Swaif? Swaif. It serves a memory. He was one of the Dreyer. Theirs is a lonely life at the mercy of a dangerous addiction. They build up a tolerance to drathium, sap in childhood, that they might benefit from its potent effects, but they will die if they stop taking it. An unusual plant grows sparsely around the memorial. Swaif Prior. Collect. Neat. I'm going to assume that that's the drathium that we were talking about just now. Alright. New little bit of watering. Maybe I'll go to this great oak next. Get myself some more flowers that I'll serve to the customer that comes next. Yes, I rhymed next with next. What about it? And one more should do the trick. Whee. And then great oak is right there. Huge tree stands before me, impossibly tall and wide, bigger than I could ever have imagined any living thing might be. Its upper branches graze the sky. That's one of the cool things about trees. They get big. And one of the few big things in the world that truly intimidate me. Oh boy, one second. Looks like I'm going to make a trip back to Blackcomb. Verona noticed something at the Swinside site that had me pondering. A piece of slate with a symbol drawn on it in black. Can't think of anywhere else around there where you'd get slate from. That and Bradley Miller keeps insisting that he saw something at the Blackcomb. But then again, Bradley Miller does claim that a fairy stole his wheelbarrow. If I'm going to spend a night out in the hills, I want to make some take some eyebright with me. Won't want anyone sneaking up on me in the dark. Alright, give me a second. Roommate shit again. Leftovers. Alright, you want eyebright. Eyebright. Euphrasius officinalis. Take care not to touch the brightly colored thorns. They do no lasting damage, but they contain a small amount of venom that will cause a severe pain for several days after. Plant that only grows in the south of warmer climates, where they call it Loeth, after a long-dead king, known to improve eyesight at night in even the darkest of places. These look pretty similar. I'm saying well clear yes, as one should of thorns. Because that'd be smart. Also, my notepad from a while ago had fallen off. Wild coal. Neat. Pet the cat. Well, hi there. Did it ever stop raining in Undermere? I hope not. I have a reputation in town for knowing about unusual plants. I need some gray fire sand. Oh, that one. Okay. So, gray fire sand. Don't remember exactly how it looked. Yeah. Really quick note. Ranthium, was it? Yeah. Mins fortis, a plant with powerful mind-altering abilities. Those who inhale smoke from burning its long, sharp leaves elevate their awareness to levels otherwise unachievable. Some know Dranthium as green eye, a name derived from a telltale sign of overdose, where even the whites of the eyes take on a green tint. Don't you go overdosing on me, sir. Serious. Don't you do that. Anyways, I think the gray sandfire. Sabulubichinus. Sandfire has a tough outer bark which has many useful properties, Some chew on it as a form of dental hygiene, taking care not to swallow it, as it will cause unpleasant stomach distress. The flame-like tendrils give off a smoky scent, adding to the impression of a roaring fire. That's this one. It's so funky, but it looks so cool. Oh, we're close for the day. We got Imbecile. Animo Ignis. I think that literally translates to Fiery Soul. Okay, so this is Thursday. Can I manually save? I can't manually save. Because tomorrow's the day we should have made the offering. Lowick to Ilgil Head, Foxfield to Crinkle Crags. At first she felt free, but it wasn't long before the reality of her situation began to take its toll. She stole food when she was hungry, slept in makeshift shelters, not knowing where she was going, not caring. Eventually she made her way to Grisdale Forest. Oh, more rain. Damn it. One moment, I'm going to turn on some rain stuff. Alright, there we go. What can I say? I like the rain. Lowick to Ilgil Head, Foxfield to Crinkle Crags. Lowick here to Ilgil Head here. Foxfield to the Crinkle Crags here. So this one is a X marks the spot sort of a situation. So I think it's right here. Ominous. The magpie sees me before I see it. I do not know how long it has been watching me, but I can tell that it is interested in my movements. A strange sensation creeps over me, and I feel an urge to leave this place, but not before collecting a plant for further study, one for sorrow. Turning to leave, I see another magpie, and another plant I have never seen before. Two for joy. Plants. More plants. Well, here's hoping that I don't get assassinated. Aye. Ignoring our offer was a mistake, horticulturist. The danger has awoken. The redemption is upon us, and when it arrives, you will not be spared. Ominous. Good kitty. Hi. My mind is clouded, dark. I see it and it sees me. All of me. Elder Finium is the answer. It must be. But not forget those who helped me, horticulturist. Just making sure. You never know. Evil magics abound. Anyways. Major Cordalis. Petals of this flower can be brewed to create an antidote to Dendra's miasma. A deadly poison that causes the blood to slowly turn black, eventually resulting in a painful death. It has an intoxicating scent, similar to that of Solomon's Septa. We just picked up Elder Finium. This is actually where I was a little bit stuck in my last time. The before recording time. Because I was an idiot and did not read every corner of the map with the magical thingy-mabob. Ah, here it is. Strong, sweet aroma. Elder Finium. And Larkshine. That'll be fun. Pet the kitty. My mum was also into horticulture. Found this among her things. Golden light. That's a plant, right? Not sure what long May could mean, though. Is that another plant? Anyways, I thought you should have it, just in case it's any help. You love the shop. Examine. Nothing. We'll keep that in mind for later. At the kitty. And wood. Help me. The amulet. I can't remove it. It is drawing the life from me. Long veracund. Which if you say a little bit too fast and with a T instead, might sound like an insult. Humilis Perseria. Sometimes called witch's remedy, long veracund is believed to lift curses. Small leaves grow in pairs along the stem. Now, don't gripe about it, Goodhart. Don't gripe about it. You said you weren't going to gripe about it. The long because this one has relatively long, short leaves along the stem. See. Got in this forest of stuff. It's hard to remember. This one has long leaves along the stem, but it's not been identified, and those are rounded leaves, not pointy leaves. Same with the hop part. Those are very short leaves. Anyways, I want to say it was this one. Tends to be pink at the ends. Wait, what? Is it this one? Yes. Okay. You feel it working. Thank you. She legit just turned young. Hell of a curse. And we got Calgary. Neat. Next customer. Amos. Good to see you, my friend. I've been on the road so long I started to wonder if you were still on the other end of the letters I've been sending. I'm back in town for a few days, though, and I wanted to give you these before I forgot. Found them in the pocket of an overcoat that belonged to your uncle. Almost threw them away, but I thought the symbolism of them might mean something to you. Oh my god. More puzzle shit. I love puzzle shit. Give me the puzzles. Let's see. In this one, we simply have to align the pages correctly for it to make sense. Like, that don't make sense. That one makes sense more? That one makes more sense. That one. And there we go. Briar's Disk, often called the Smuggler's Disk, is a small device that can be used to send coded messages. The location of cached cargo, for example. The principle is cunningly straightforward, but the code is undecipherable to prying eyes. Both parties must be in possession of the disk of identical size with the same symbols etched into or around its edge in a map. To encode a location, you would then place the disk over some noted place on the map nearby and note whichever symbol is pointing to the location. It may be necessary to string multiple symbols together, but you can use this method to reach any other point on the map as required. Always be scanning. Blackhall Road, Kindle. I'm probably going to want to check that out next. Devil's Nightcap. More Amicus. Trimblehuff. Caritas Pratensis. And, that's ominous. Is it magic? Not magic. Well, we're done with these. Like, unless there's some other doohickey I do with the doohickeys. Anyways, let's go to Kindle, I guess. I find the medicinal herbology shop of Black Hall Road. I know you, says the man behind the counter. Robert Bauer, presumably. You're the owner of Strange Horticulture. 2 hours later, after a lengthy and engaging discussion covering a variety of botanical subjects, we decide on a trade. Turns out Robert is a collector of unusual fungi and have just the thing for him. Copper Caledonia. Copper Caledonian. Eris agaricum. Agaricum. Agaricum? I don't know. This plant has a rejuvenation effect, but most who have tried to benefit from its properties have come to realize that it is a curse, not a blessing. Though you may appear younger, you will quickly become more frail and brittle. The red patches that are often seen growing on it are actually a type of fungus themselves and not part of the plant. I think we only have the one other one. Yeah, this one. Red warts on it. Not sure I would describe it as warts, but that's just me. Oh, he gave me 3 for the price of 1. I love this plant. I don't know why. Maybe because it looks like a Pokemon. Long Meg. Kitty. I've no idea what any of this means, but it seems like something you might find interesting. Okay. I found it while clearing out the nook in the east wing. Oh, this will be for another time. Balox Elixir, made from the crushed petals of 3 distinctive plants. Balox Elixir is a potent aid to memory, allowing those who drink it to ensure that they retain important information that they will never forget. God, I need this myself. Care must be taken after drinking, however, to avoid the fate of Grey Gale, who slowly lost her mind after taking Balox and staring at a blank wall for 12 hours. So the only thing she remembered was staring at a blank wall for 12 hours? That's pretty gnarly. Pet the cat. Draw the card. A young woman alone in the world, she was taken in by the sisterhood and given a home. It was a chance for redemption, a new start. Oh, this one. This one was actually pretty clever. In Tibet, a noble elder stood silently, watching starry skies. In Tibet, I'm glad I remember where that one was. Noble elder stood silently, watching starry skies. North, east, south, south, west, south, south. I find myself on a patch of moorland surrounded by jagged peaks and menacing clouds. A distinctive plant stands out against the swaths of purple heather, and there, another. 2 more purple plants. Blue plants? I'm calling them blue. People can yell at me about that in the comments. Simone, good to see ya. Long Meg. Sorry, I've not heard of it, but I'll keep an eye out for you in the library. As long as you can get me some fever kiss, that is. On it. Fever kiss. Febris osculum. Red berries provide an energy boost that lasts several hours. The leaves are pale in color. Yeah, this one I barely even have to look up. I just need to be all like, oh yes, this is it. Plant ID. And we get to mountain a story in respects. Pet the kitty. Hey! Let's talk about a town of a woman who wears a green mask made of jade. I've seen her. All sorts of odd balls and underwear, but that's certainly unusual. Beckfoot candle. Ah. Also, 1 second. Okay. Was unsure whether or not the rain was coming from the YouTube video, which I swear to God, if someone copyright hits me with a goddamn rain sounds, someone's getting punched in the balls. Right in the balls. Anyways, Beckfoot. Beckfoot, here it is. And it was Beckfoot. Nope, not that one. Beckfoot candle. So we go here. The candle leads me east of Wastwater. Wastewater? Wastewater. I'm going to say wastewater. To the north of the mighty Skullfell Pikes grazes the sky, the tallest peak in England. Right, this is where I learned that we're actually in England. A challenge beckons to me. Perhaps another time. That looks more like a weapon than it looks like a flower. Alright. Pet. Hey again, sir. Been talking to people around town, trying to learn as much as I can about the beast that is rumored to have been seen in these parts. Yes. In the old world, they called this thing the Servant, but the people here seem to have forgotten that name. Except the group calling themselves the Seeds of Redemption. There is something I did not expect, and they have made it clear that they want me to stay away from the Servant. They seem to worship it. But I'm getting distracted. My Drathium supplies are low. I need more. As long as you know what's good. What's good for you, sir? Was it this one? No, the Solomon Scepter. That's long Vergeldum. No. Which one was it? God damn it. Finnet. Bishop. Aguria. Royalist. Butterdale. Did I not identify that already? I thought I gave him some Dranthium as already. Solomon Scepter. Did I not already give him some Dranthium? What is it I gave him before? Oh. Anyways. Yeah, that's the stuff I was reading about before to you all about. Oh, this guy. Not addicted. What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe addicted? Overdose. Overdosing. Maybe. Purple flowers, long thin leaves that bear surprisingly sharp edges. Long sharp leaves. Elevate. Yeah. Here you go. Don't go overdosing, sir. Aliens. Pet cat. I crept around Blackcomb 2 nights ago in the pitch black. That eyebright is some potent stuff. I can see clear as day. Up on the fell, I found a shallow pit full of skulls. Some deer, fox, badger, some human. There was an eerie silence about the place, and every part of me was screaming to get out of there. Back down on the flat, I heard a terrible noise, like an axe maker's whetstone, but unmistakably animal. High on the ridgeline, I saw a cowled woman wearing a jade mask watching me, and beside her, something dark and human and bloody huge. I don't mind admitting that I'm out of my depth on this one. I need to speak to Verona again. While I'm here, I'll grab some wild coal for my pounding head. If you'd been out drinking too, if you'd seen what I'd seen. Oh no, understandable. I ain't gonna judge. Hispid verberdum. Purple berries are recommended by physicians in place of a hair of a dog mentality as a tonic for those suffering the effects of having drunk too much the night before. There are some who consider wild coal a sacred plant, perhaps owing it to its rarity, and claim that it's bad luck to pick berries from it. That one was Fever Kiss. Was this one it? Thin leaves, small purpley red berries. Well, it just says don't pick the berries from it. The bunches of the berries don't match. The stem does though, so... Yep. Norwood. Pet the hellebore. Hi. My neighbor has a foul-smelling mushroom that says it can ward off evil spirits. Okay. Horrible little thing that attracts flies, but I'd rather get that than sit and do nothing. There's something very strange out in the woods. Okay, so we've already identified this one before, right? It was the one... It was the super stinky one. It said the super stinky one. Yeah, because this was the one... What was it called again? Sunset? Mount Trap? Stinky, wandering souls and spirits. Ward off evil spirits. Horrible thing that attracts flies, but rather that than sit and do nothing. Yeah. Don't have the evil spirits get you. Pet the kitty. Hello again, Verona. Poor Reuben, he looks a little worse for wear this morning. Took it hard when his wife died and never did quite give up the drink. I think I know what ritual was performed at the stone circle. Do tell. It all adds up. It was a summoning spell. Someone called to something across the void and tried to bring it here. With the state of that body all torn to shreds, I'd say this succeeded. And then the Guilded Dendra, that really got me thinking. I found this in Dr. Worthing's bestiary. A little light reading for you. I'm headed to Grisdale Forest again. Sisterhood will know more. Y'all are brave as hell to go out into the forests and whatnot where all these people are getting murdered one way or another. It has many names. Some call it the Woken Dendru, believe it to be related in some way to the deadly Gilded Dendra plant. Others call it the Night Stalker, the Miasma, the Dread, but the most common name for it in the Shires is the Servant. You will have heard of it in children's songs such as Keep the Fire Burning and Servant and Master. There are hints of it in the older stories, but nobody alive has seen it in the flesh. It is said that the dead ground northeast of Tebe, where nothing... Tebe, not Tebe, Tebe, where nothing but black Digitatus Mortis. That's an M. Cursive is weird. Digitatus mortis grows was caused when the servant last walked our lands hundreds of years ago. So this one I distinctly remember. Not because of the game, but because of Digitatus mortis. Let's see, what was it? Just east of Tibet? Northeast of Tibet. And that is because... I'll I was northeast of Tibet, right? Apolodum. I mean, I know Apolodum. I do that every so often. There we go. Alright, let's read that again because I've been known to be an idiot. Northeast of Tibet. Northeast. Where did I click? Oh well. The wide area of blackened ground here is known to the locals as Dead Man's Field. Dark mushrooms protrude from the soil like fingers reaching out from the grave. Now, of all the plants in this that seem like some sort of weird fancy plants that are actually real life, this one's the weirdest. That seems the most fancy-like, but is actually a real plant. Because these, I don't think they're illustrated as properly here, but like most of the time they grow, the soil is like up to here, so they do look like dead man's fingers reaching out from the grave. It's cool like that. Nature's scary. But I'm going to go ahead and call an episode here. When we return, I think the next day is the furthest I've reached before me hitting the new game blessings. But hey, maybe we'll find out what the beast is and go to visit the Long Meg, wherever that is, and maybe solve a couple of mysteries. Who knows? Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying playing it. And as always, hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.